Yeah, and it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard. I have my glasses on my head and my timer is set. And these are things that came from the church thrift store. I especially like this little measuring cup because it looks like it'll sit up without falling over no matter what. I'm going to try a ring pour with that. I will sometime try a scoop with this tool. This was a broken something they gave me, which will drag some lines cool. The plastic packaging from almost anything can be really useful, and I really want to try, and since I've cut the end off of this duplicate package of whatever it was and made a little scoop on one end, I'm going to try that today. I kept one the same as it was, so I can make that into one after, if this works. We'll see. Here's a nice, this is from my erasers from the caps to my bottles. This was a 40 count from the dollar store, and I've been finding that the shallow pans, because I don't have level surfaces everywhere, they spill. So if I have a deeper pan, and I do, it's what, an inch and a quarter maybe. That might work well. I haven't tried many things with texture. You know, I do a little forking now and again, and the basting brush silicone basting brush is good. I don't know what I'll use this for, but it's obviously, you know, it's a brayer, and it will do something or other. What I was looking for when I went there was a flat front spoon, actually. I was looking for a spoon, and because I've got plenty of scoops, plenty of scoops, get more than one, but I want to try these smaller, thinner, stripy lines. So I'm going to put some paint into my container, and I think I shook up almost everything, but not the one thing I needed to grab first. And I'm going to use the white because it's often a catalyst. And I've been looking at other people's artwork and being inspired by colors, and also my own old artwork and being inspired by old colors. And I would like all of my paint to come out of my bottles today. But there are little things that get into the tips, and I can't seem to get that to work the way I want it to. So right now, I'm just going to give myself some permission. I should probably one of these days just screen all my paint, because a lot of it can be quite old. I don't think these bottles are a year old, though. They're really not. And I want a little drama in there. I have my colors picked out. This is a color shift from Folk Art, which will color shift in the sun, or whenever you're looking at it walking by. And these colors are pretty similar, or some of them, to each other. I don't know how this is going to turn out. I want to put some righteous orange or red right in the middle of this, and I'm not sure how that's going to work out either, because maybe I'll wait until just before I do it, and I'll bring the rest of this up to speed at that point. Whether I want some black or blue in there, I don't know. I'll put a little black in there, even though I think the dark purple serves that purpose pretty well. And I'm going to go back again. I'm going to put some gold in there. The gold disappears. I'm not going to put some gold in there. If I want gold, I will add gold afterwards. Here's the other color I was looking for. And I think maybe just a little bit more white, but I'd like the white pearl. The white pearl does not sink, and I call it white pearl, but it's actually Anita's white metallic, which is on my Amazon link below the show more below the video, should you want anything there. My OXO omelet turning spatula is there. Best paint spreading tool in the world. Ha! Bar none. Claim I. That's where you can find them. So, the other day there was a sale, of course, because I don't buy things not on sale, generally ever. And this is a 16 by 12 inch canvas. And if I need to do something to alter my paint, like put in this other blue, no. I think this is a Bahama blue. That's another Anita's product. Ooh, and it's squeezed out nicely. So I'm just going to do easy stuff. I just need a warm-up, and I'm inclined to think that I probably should add a little bit of black paint across there, just to slide a few things. I may tip some stuff, I may not. If I don't do anything except for spread this paint, oh boy, here goes nothing. I'm nervous. That'll be okay with me. Now I can't really, it's not as easy with this spoon. Let's just go in the middle this time. I'm thinking packaging will serve virtually the same purpose. I seal this. I'm going to grab a Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula, my favorites, also on the Amazon link. I'm going to let some of that go down over the edge. I can also dip that spatula right into my paint color right next to us. And I've realized recently, something I should have known all along, if you hit your mixed paint colors with some heat right off the bat, you will get some cells. Whoops. I think if I'm going to dump paint off my canvas, maybe I'll just dump it right back into the container it came out of, I think. Maybe back again. And I could stick a gold stripe in there, and I can probably use a skewer to waggle things, but I think I just want to play with the idea of a landscape, even if it's a very abstract landscape. And what I want in there is this metallic green, so I'm just going to go ahead and squeeze a bunch of that in randomly, and go ahead again and think about whether I want some white in there. And I kind of think maybe if I take a bamboo skewer and stick it in there and spin it around a little. Speaking of spinning, let's spin this around a little. Whoops. Okay, well now it's a very abstract piece. A little bit over the edge. And if I let it pool out of the spoon, then I can start a whole new line by picking up in a second. Yeah, I should have stirred. I'll just grab some more color. I'll just keep grabbing color until I see I have a nice mix. And I'm going to use my turntable. I did put turntables on the Amazon link. I haven't bought any yet, but if I'm going to buy another one, and I think I will for my other studio, for the resin studio, and also where I teach classes. I teach classes in the studio inside where there's air conditioning. Sounds like a good idea to me. Okay, so that's kind of cool, and that's really all I wanted to do, was to play with stripes today. And I just stuck my painty finger on the edge of my canvas. Just playing with stripes inside my black lines, which I have not taken advantage of, but that's coming. So I think maybe one more stripe up the top and maybe some more of this color in there. And I will show you quickly what that looks like. It's beginning to get mixed, and we get really beautiful stripes. I'm going to try and wipe off my spoon again. I'm going to fall short this time because I'm going to tip into place. I'm going to try and get up pretty close to that bead of black paint, that black ribbon that I put there. And since I still have paint there, I guess I'm going to just pick up on the other side, use my spatula again, so my edges will be covered. And this is a sort of a plan, sort of not a plan. Oh, there's my 50-cent price tag on my spoon. Anyway, so since I have that black paint up there, and we're experimenting with tipping stripes, which is probably what I'll just call this. Less of escape, more of an abstract, and I keep sticking my painty fingers in things. Let's just turn that around. I'm not worried about this yet, because I don't think there's a whole lot I can do about it anyway. So let's see what's going to happen when I add the gold that I wanted to add earlier. And it's going to come out fast. This is my gold mica powder, mixed with Decor Pouring Medium and a little GAC 800 and some Floetrol. But the warmer the weather in Florida gets, the more liquidous it becomes. I am feeling a lot these days like just playing with drips. So maybe this is my opportunity, seeming as it seems to want to sort of drip and drift. Drift and drip? That sounds like a good title for a video, doesn't it? I'm having a good time with that, I gotta say. So I've got some pearl. And do I want pearl or do I want something else? And I think I want something else because I'm here. Because I'm playing. and I need some art therapy to play. It's been a weird full moon recently. And I have permission to play. So do you. You have permission to play. You have my permission to play. Just going to add a little more black where I see it needs it to flow paint. And then I'm going to tip that back down the other direction because I know I can tip it both ways and have it become more interesting. I'm kind of thinking that I would love to do something a little outside my norm. Go figure. And I love this metallic forest green. And I hardly ever use it. But it looks beautiful with that purple. I think it probably looks beautiful with that gold too. And the gold being very liquidous is going to run right into that first, which is a very cool effect in my opinion. And I've got a big pan of paint. Of course I'll use it. It's not as hot a day as usual, so it's not going to be gummy for me. What's next? I don't know. I'm having a really good time. I wanted a lot of that color, but I don't think that this is the piece I'm going to do that in. But I am going to do what I said I was going to do before. Let's see what happens before anything else sets too long, and give a few cells like these little beauties a chance to set. And it does warm the paint up, and I can just keep tipping. I want that down there, so I'm going to lead it with my finger. I'm going to lead all that with my finger. Yes, I am. I'm letting it run off. Oh no! It's an experiment. It's got to be done. Someone's got to do it. So I like that, what that green is doing. I've got paint schmutz on my tile. I was talking about this color, and I'm going to talk about it some more. Maybe just a little. Not everywhere, but some. And then maybe a lot. I kind of want to spread that out, but I'm not sure. Other than, no, I don't really want to do that. Let's just keep spreading paint the way we are. I have a whole bunch of ideas about what I want to do with just squeeze bottles, but I'm loving the effects I'm getting right now. And what other color do I want in there? I really love using these color shifts by Folk Art. So I think I'm going to do that right now. Again, that's a minty green. And like I've been doing, I'm going to tip back in the opposite direction from the direction I really want to tip in. And I'm loving seeing the gold, because a lot of times recently it has disappeared. And there's no guarantee it won't disappear again, but this method seems to be lending itself very nicely to allowing me to keep some of that. And I am going to stick my skewer right in there. I'm afraid if I stick it in too vehemently that I will lose some stuff I like, but maybe that's just an experiment worth having made. And some of my paint looks like it is a little gummier for having been torched, which is probably always going to be the case. It makes me want to start over. This is just another way of agitating paint. And agitating paint will often create cells. And I'm really enjoying that. I really want to just keep doing it though. I wonder if I can just freely why not try? I never did put any orange in there. I've got some beautiful turquoise that hardly showed before. I imagine all this is going to mix up, but not knowing, it's hard to tell. Sorry, I get a little weird sometimes. Yes, a little more. I like that wide area of gold though. And so no matter what happens, if I lose that, I'm going to want to bring it back. I think I want to put some purple, some darker purple in there too, just to even out the flow of what's happening. And then there's the, do I really want to do just that? And no, I don't. I'm going to take some of the lighter turquoise that was supposed to be the main event anyway, that isn't. Oops, I didn't see that. And I have my glasses on too. I like the black in there, and I don't want it to be all gone just because I do this. And we are going to be tipping, so I'm going to add some black back in there as also. It's just a little, because I can, my heart's desire moment. And Because I Can is the name of my book on the Amazon link about the first 100 YouTube videos, and all the links if you buy the ebook, or a very pretty coffee table book if you buy the soft cover. I got 38 seconds left, oh boy. But I'm loving all these layers. I think they're really fun. I'm having a really fun time. And after that timer goes off in like 30 seconds, then we will have 2 more minutes for me to tell you stuff I could start telling you now if I were smart. And sometimes I feel smart. So I told you about the Amazon link. I'm loving that textural pattern right there. I don't know how far I want it to go. I want some other stuff. Here we go. Now I got 2 minutes. And I don't have a crib sheet because I just finished reinitiating my studio outside after the weather was bad yesterday, and I had to put everything away. So I do give classes at the house, and if you want to communicate with me, whether you want a class at the house or to buy a painting, just communicate with me through YouTube communications, and we'll have a chat. I'll give you an email address. The email is actually easpbstudio@gmail.com. I can actually squeeze paint and talk sometimes. That color looks gorgeous right there. Wicked. See, I hung out in Maine for a while. So you're going to be gone soon, but I should tell you that I have all kinds of places if you want to help me. The best thing you can do if you have no money, because you're probably spending it all on paint supplies anyway, which is what I suspect, is give me a thumbs up, because the YouTube algorithm knows when you like what I do when you give me a thumbs up, and places my videos where more people can see it. And the same for watching the video. If you watch the video all the way through, then I become a more valuable asset to them, and they place my videos where other people can find them. Alternatively, eventually, there will be always a contest shown on one of the end screens of the last 20 seconds of the video, where you will find out what this month's prizes are for those people who decide to help my studio survive by contributing through PayPal or Patreon. Both of those links are underneath the show more, underneath the video, and on my channel header for YouTube. And I really want some orange in there. Is that crazy? It might be crazy, but I can have it now before you guys are gone. And I could do a part 2, and I probably should do a part 2, because this has just been too much fun. I want to go that way and then back that way. It's sort of like a ring pour in as much as it's a good idea to be patient with the pouring. But not being patient, I'm going to get a whole new set of reactions from the paint colors. And you're going to be gone. You may even be gone already. So this is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard, saying, I really appreciate you guys joining me, and thanks for all the contributions that have kept me painting in the past. And if you're still here, I think I'm going to come back for part 2 and finish. And I'm loving the way that the torch is not just popping the bubbles, but it's popping some patterns in the gold mica powder. And this is just a really nice layering effect. And I'll take a quick picture, maybe after I add some gold. Oh, the hawk's out there again, I think. Alright, so I love you guys. Thank you for 60,000